5, 4, 3, 2.
Crank it, Jerry.
Welcome to Into the Wild, the official podcast of the Washington Wild Pigs.
What do you hear? What do you say?
It's the best sports podcast in the world. Wait, is that true?
If you're committed enough, you can make any story. I once convinced a woman that I was Kevin Costner, and it worked because I believed it.
Now, here's your host, Kyle Dawson.
Did you get the popcorn?
Back on the Wild Things Baseball Network to put a bow on a series opening victory against the Florence Yalls. The final score 3-1. Joined by Matt Gustafson, who did a great job on the public address mic tonight. It's in your blood, my friend. 3-1 victory for the Wild Things. Let's go through the scoring. The Yalls got the first run in the top of the fourth, an RBI single by Brendan Bobo with 2 outs. Scored Hank Zeisler, who had singled with 1 out. That made it 1-0, was the only blemish against the line of Zach Kirby this evening. 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 3 strikeouts and a walk. 104 pitches, 70 for strikes for Kirby. A beautiful bounce back for him. And a quality start, his third of the year. Washington's 23rd of the year. And Kirby's victory makes him 4-4. Washington responded in the bottom of the fourth inning after that Bobo RBI knock. Andrew Check with 1 out tripled. Yes, Andrew Check tripled. Kid can move. 112 mile an hour off the bat to right center field, and that did the job for the triple. Next batter, Ethan Wilder, ticketed it back up the middle for a base hit to score the tying run. That made it 1-1. In the sixth, Jordan Sickett played at Andrew Check from second base. The RBI single gave Washington a 2-1 lead. And in the seventh, Tommy Caulfield, an RBI single, scoring Ben Watson, who drew a pinch hit walk, stole second, went to third on a Hakopian ground ball, and scored on the single to make it 3-1. Big insurance run. In other words, get him on, get him over again, and get him in. For the Wild Things in the seventh, great pitching performance. Chad Coles, a third of an inning, 1 strikeout, 2 walks. He gets a no decision, but a hold. Hector Garcia, inning and a third, a hit, 3 strikeouts. And Joe Nahas authors a 4-out save. Faced 4 batters and retired them all. 3 strikeouts for Nahas. Maybe Florence is the one that needs a cup of Joe tonight because they were unable to do anything against the Washington bullpen. And on a fireworks Friday in front of a great crowd, Washington wins it 3-1. For the Wild Things, it's 3 runs on 12 hits, no errors, 9 left. Florence a run on 5 hits, no errors, 7 left. Kirby the winner, 4-4. Wilson the loser, 1-2. Nahas his first save in front of 2,639 here at EQT Park in a 2-hour, 56-minute ball game played tonight here in Washington. Matt, you were on the PA, but you were still at a bird's eye view of this one. That's a really solid pitching performance by Washington against a lineup for Florence. So let's make no mistake about it. They might be away from Thomas More Stadium. It's still a good lineup. Kirby was awesome. The bullpen was great outside of the quick blemish by Chad Coles. Doesn't end up getting any runs charged to him, so it really doesn't matter. And Washington comes away with a series opening victory that sends them back to 6 games over 500, and this team looks like it's on the right track now.
Well, it turns out that a cup of Joe, contrary to popular opinion, does make you go to sleep, or at least that's the effect it had on Florence tonight. Also, a great outing for Zach Kirby. He was struggling a bit heading into the All-Star break. That was his best start in quite a while, so great to see that. But to your point about this Florence offense, one of the keys there, holding Anthony Bricado in check. He has been one of the best, if not the best hitters in this league since rejoining, of course, the former Wild Thing over the last month and a half or so. So holding him was absolutely huge for this team. And on the offensive side, 3 runs on 12 hits. Obviously, you'd like to see more, but the situational hitting improved as the game went on, and they got just enough to get the job done, especially with the help of that fantastic pitching tonight.
What a night, too, at the ballpark. Big crowd, Hall of Fame induction ceremony before. I thought Chris was great when he was on the air with us. We had Randy Gore on, had Matt Shepardson on, who he would like you to know watching at home. He is the executive producer for the Frontier League of the Frontier League Network. Great. Shep is what Shep is. A win 3-1 for Washington on a really great night at the ballpark, and you can only ask for that to start a 7-game homestand. Now let's do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, you've got a little bit of the mo right there, got a little bit of momentum. We'll see if they can continue it tomorrow. Getting that series opening win can be huge, especially for a team that has been very good against Florence. 2 of the 3 Wild Things losses this year against Florence have been series openers, have been not only series openers, but have been on Friday. So good to get a W in that column and see what they can do tomorrow.
First win on Friday at home this season. The Wild Things now 1-3 in the category. The middle game tomorrow at 7:05 p.m. Sean Gamelin goes for the Florence Yalls. He's 3-5 with a 682. I think there's a chance to get him there. And left-hander Kobe Foster, 3-1. He's been sensational against Florence in his career. 270 earned run average for Kobe, coming into what will be his third start of the year at home this season, and first since the All-Star break. Final score tonight, Washington 3 and the Florence Yalls 1. Big thanks to Randy Gore, the 11-year voice of the Wild Things and 2-time Frontier League Broadcaster of the Year, for joining us. Big thanks to Matt Shepardson, the Deputy Commissioner of the Frontier League, for joining the broadcast, and a huge thanks to Chris Carter, who definitely did not have to stop up here on a night that was all about him, for him and his family, with the Hall of Fame induction. Thanks to him for stopping by, and most importantly, thanks to you for stopping by this evening. Whether you were with us for just a pitch or with us the entire time, we always appreciate that here in Washington. For all of us at the Washington Wild Things and my broadcast partner, Matthew Gustafson, Kyle Dawson saying we'll chat with you on the flip side from EQT Park in just about 21 hours for the middle game of the 3-game series with the Florence Yalls. Okay, bye.
Massarelli, the manager in those years.
Here's the payoff home, and Brocato takes a called strike 3. Started to walk toward first base. Usually that's a no-no, but that ball was at the top right edge of the strike zone anyway, and Kirby picks up his first strikeout, 1 away, 23. And then, of course, Chris Carter tonight. Swing and a miss by Bobo, and he is down on strikes. Second punch out for Kirby in the inning. But Jake McMullen, our analytics staffer up here in the press box, is on a little bit of a roll, he says. Apparently he's gotten 3 beer batters in a row. Here's the payoff, and
there you go.
Make it 4, Jake.
There you go.
Make it 4.
There you go.
Nieves down on strikes for the 3rd Kirby strikeout of the day. In a 1-0 game. Webster home, and Check laces it to the right center field gap. That is going to roll to the wall. Check around first, headed for second as the ball gets picked up. Check is not stopping. He is headed for third, throw in late. It is an Andrew Check triple. Nothing game led by Florence, who scored in the top half on the Bobo single. And Washington has its first run. Line drive to center for Ethan Wilder, brings home Check. We are knotted up. Wasn't thrilled to see him go back to Florence. There's a swing and a miss, and down on strikes is Brocato. Hillier will make the throw down to first base to get him. 1-0 pause. Here's the pitch to Sickett. Ground ball back toward the middle and through. Andrew Check waved around third. Throw in toward home plate. Will hop off the mound and be late. Jordan Sickett delivers the lead to Washington. Wild Thing. Here's Cole's payoff to Bobo. Did he go? Yes, he did. On the appeal down to third, a strikeout. Starts the 7th for Chad Coles. The pitch to Schoenfeld from Garcia. Swing and a miss. He got him. 2 away. 1 on Thompson. Bases full. The pitch. Swung on in the air. Looped out toward left center field. Long run outfielders. Chaka gets to it and makes the catch for out number 3. And Garcia pulls a Houdini. Field in. 0-1. Line back up the middle. Base hit. Tommy Caulfield brings in a run, his 24th RBI of the year, an important insurance run delivered. 3-1 Wild Things. Another 2-2 pause. Garcia home to Zeisler. Swing and a miss. Fastball by him. Garcia's second strikeout, 1 away. This rather loses a game on everybody up top. 1-2 swing and a miss. Brocato down on strikes for the 3rd time tonight. Today, this homestand, 7 games. First 3 against the Yalls, second 3 against the Jackals, 1 against Lake Erie. 0-2 swing and a miss. Reeves down on strikes. Garcia and Nahas combined to strike out the side in the 8th. Third runner that scored, and a swing and a miss by Bobo. Back-to-back strikeouts to start his evening, and there is the first chapter of the 9th inning. This is his first save opportunity, trying to author a 4-out save. 2-2 wind to Nieves. The pitch swung on and missed. Ball game. Joe Nahas saves it for Zach Kirby, and Washington wins a 3-1 affair to open the homestand.